Okay, so it is too hot out here, and hopefully, within 2 3 days, at least there should be cloud. This is what is expected. Anyways, so I have a stick, and stick length is x. Stick length is x. It is in x-axis, so the equation of the vector is xi. So vector is nothing but energy source which has a direction and magnitude. Direction is I and magnitude is x, so xi. Now this stick is in y direction. It is xj. If it is vertical, then it is xk. So xi, xj, xk. If it is xk, its magnitude is x and direction is k. Y magnitude is x and direction is j. So xj, xi. Okay. Now I am rotating this stick 45 degree in xy plane. This is x-axis. 45 degree in xy plane. Then vertically 45 degree. Wherever it is, vertically 45 degree. Okay, so this is origin. From origin, we rotate in xy plane from x-axis 45 degree. Now from origin, again 45 degree vertically. So this is the vector now. What is the equation of the vector? 45 degree, its length is x. It is resting at x-axis. 45 degree in xy plane, and then 45 degree vertical. Okay, so this angle with the xy plane is 45 degree, whereas when it comes to xy plane, this angle with x-axis is 45 degree. If that is the case, then what is the equation of the vector? That is the question. So this is to boost up knowledge that what is the energy essence. If a vector is on x-axis, how much energy someone is feeling on x-axis? X, because the strength of the vector is x, and vector is completely on x-axis. If vector is on y-axis, then how someone is feeling essence along x-axis? Zero. How much he is feeling essence along z-axis? Zero. If vector is in z-axis, then how much the energy essence someone is feeling on x-axis is zero. Someone is feeling on y-axis is zero. If vector is 45 degree from the xy plane, and on the xy plane it is 45 degree from the x, then how much is the energy someone is feeling along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis when vector is passing at a 45 degree from the x-axis, and then again 45 degree from the xy plane. So question is, if we understand these things, then what is the equation of the vector? Okay. So if we understand the energy essence, then understanding calculus and understanding multivariable, and then the toughest thing generally comes as vector plus calculus, and then multivariable comes in and those kind of things. So visualizing thing, there are two things. One thing is you visualize whatever is there, you visualize. Okay, that is the biggest thing. Second thing is, once you visualize, then you should feel it. Okay, you visualize and feel it. Both are brain action only. There is nothing eye or ear action. You visualize something through brain only, and then you feel it through brain only, but both are required. How you visualize thing, and then how you feel it. Visualize means, you visualize from x-axis it went 45 degree and then 40. This is visualizing. Feeling is how much energy you feel on the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay. Now, if it is at 45 degree vertically, then how much someone should feel energy in xy plane exactly down the line? If that is the case, then it is 45 degree. And length of the vector is x, so x cos theta. X cos theta is the energy that someone would feel in the xy plane down the line. of the vector. If this is x cos theta, this is x cos theta, then how much is this? If theta is the again angle, this is theta angle, again this is theta angle. If this is theta 1 and this is theta 2, then it is x cos theta 1 into cos theta 2. So essence of this energy along xy plane down the line is x cos theta 1. That much energy someone is feeling on the xy plane down the line. If this energy is x cos theta 1, then again theta 2 is another angle so along x axis. So x cos theta 1 into cos theta 2. So x cos theta 1 cos theta 2 is the energy someone is feeling along the feeling. Okay, so along the x axis. So if it is 45 degree, then x cos 45 into cos 45. So I think cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So that will come as x by 2. So the if stick was on the x axis, then the energy filling on the x axis was x. But if this goes like this and goes like this, then energy filling along x axis is x by 2. Only half energy someone is filling on x axis. Same would be in y axis, because if I say like this x cos theta, and then if this is theta, then along y axis it will be x cos theta sine theta. So x cos theta 1 sine theta 2, x cos theta 1 sine theta 2. So that will be along y axis. So if it is 45 degree, then cos theta, then the sine theta and cos theta are same. If that is the case, then along y axis also the energy that someone is feeling is x by 2. So from here 45 degree and 45 degree, energy that came to x axis is half, y axis is half. What about someone is feeling energy along z axis? If that is we want, then from the xy plane it is 45 degree along the z axis. So that will come as we are talking about vertical. So that will come as x sine theta. Horizontal is x cos theta, vertical is x sine theta. So if it is 45 degree, then there the essence will be x by root 2. So along z axis, someone should feel the energy as x by root 2. Whereas along x axis, someone should feel energy as x by 2. Whereas along the y axis, someone should feel energy as x by 2. What is the equation of the line? What is this point? What is the equation of line? Okay. What is a vector? If vector is all along three direction, it is combination of three vectors. One vector coming to origin from x direction, minus x direction to plus x direction. One vector coming from minus y to plus and one vector coming from down. And if all three get mixed up, they form a resultant vector. This is what we want. So what is the vector that is coming along x direction? That is x by 2i. Along y direction x by 2i. And along z direction x by root 2j, x by root 2k, x by 2i, x by 2j, x by root 2k. So the equation of the vector is x by 2i plus x by 2j plus x by root 2k. If that is true, then the point, okay, if that is true, the point is x by 2, x by 2 and x by root 2. So if equation of a line vector is x by 2 I plus x by 2 j plus x by root 2 k, then essence of this vector along x axis is x by 2, because x by 2 I it is there. It is saying I am x by 2 I. X by 2 j it is saying I am x by 2 j, and x by root 2 it is saying x by root 2 k in k direction. This is analogy of this you will not find anywhere in the book. You can search on internet or you can search in your library or whatever you have done. So energy model of a vector is, I have never seen, and it is perfect. So energy model of a vector means that how much energy a vector contains and what is its direction. If that is true, then how much someone should feel energy in any direction. I talked about I direction, j direction, k direction, any direction. Okay, any direction u. This is what we talked about, that differentiation of multivariable surfaces, multivariable graph along a direction u. We have talked it. What is the derivative of a graph along a direction u? What is the derivative of a graph along x direction? That is called partial derivation. What is the derivative of a graph along j direction? Along k direction? These are called partial derivation. D fxyz by dx, d fxyz by dy, d fxyz by dz. Okay, so this is called gradient vector also. So that is the gradient vector. Now I am talking, if I have a vector, then what is essence along x-axis? Earlier this vector was on x-axis. We placed 45 degree along x in xy plane and then 45 degree, and then asked to calculate the equation of the vector. But silently I calculated its essence in x, y and z plane, and then I summed up because these are orthogonal. The way I say, like I have, one, okay, I have one Mosami, and suppose that I have banana. Okay, so I have Mosami and banana. So what I have? So I have one Mosami and four banana. If I get more banana, okay, there is one more banana. So four banana and one banana, it is five banana. I cannot say four banana and one banana because they are same. But if it is one Mosami and four banana, I say one Mosami and four banana. Like that, if I have a kind of in terms of vector, if things are orthogonal to each other, then I have to say like that. So equation of a vector, if I say x by 2 I, x by 2 j, and x by root 2 k, because all three are different, they cannot be mixed up. This is called orthogonal. They are orthogonal to each other. They are not collinear. They are completely different. The way banana and Mosami are completely different. That way x, y, z, x, y and z, they are completely different. Okay, so they are independent always. Anyway, so the scenario is that that I get, if I get the vector equation, then I can get the essence of the vector along any axis. So now I calculated along x, y and z axis, and through that only I calculated the equation of the vector. Now the vector equation is x by 2j, x by 2k, and x by root 2, x by 2I plus x by 2j, and x by root 2k. This is the equation of the vector. What is the angle of this vector and x-axis? Direct. Angle between this vector and xy plane, we had 45 degree, and then from there to x-axis is 45 degree. What is the angle of this vector and x-axis? Angle of the equation of the vector is x by 2I plus x by 2j plus x by root 2k, and whereas the equation of the x-axis is I, unit vector I. Or if I say, okay, so if I take its essence, then it is x by 2I. So what is the angle between this vector and its essence, that is x by 2I? So x by 2, x by 2 I dot x by, plus x by 2 j plus x by root 2 k. Okay, so this is the equation of the vector, and along x-axis. Okay, so I think better we make it unit vector. So along the I, what is the angle? how much angle it makes with the I. So that is the question. Now, if we make dot product of two vectors, okay, one vector and two vectors. So if I want to get the essence of any vector along any other vector, then any other vector we take as unit vector, and then we calculate the cos theta. That is the essence we get there. So if I have x by 2I plus x by 2j plus x by root 2k, if that is the equation of any vector, then its essence along I axis is, okay, so the kind of the strength of another vector, cos theta. If I have a vector like this, then what is the essence of this vector along a particular unit vector? I have I have a vector like this, and essence of this vector along any unit vector is how much? Then this vector cos theta. If there is an angle between this is theta, I want to know the angle. If I know that it is 45 degree from x is and then 45 degree, now how much is the net angle between this vector and x axis? That is the question. Equation of the vector is x by 2 I, x by 2 j and x by root 2 k. Whereas the along the axis I want the angle between, that is I. Okay, so what is this vector's essence along I axis? That is this vector's cos theta. So this vector's strength and this vector strength. So this vector strength along I axis is 1 because it's a unit vector. This vector strength is x. Okay, so x by, I mean, you can calculate x by 2 square plus x by 2 square plus x by root 2 square. So x by 2 square, that will come at x by 4. X by 2 square again x by 4, that will come to x by 2 plus x by root 2 square, that will come to x by 2. So x. So x square root is x. So the strength of this vector is x. X cos theta. Strength of this vector against the x axis is x cos theta. That is x by 2. Okay, so strength of, so the angle between two vector, if I want to calculate, then other vector generally we take unit vector. Then this vector's strength into cos theta equal to whatever this vector, the energy essence what we are getting along that direction. So if I have a vector x by 2I, x by 2j and x by root 2k, then its essence along x axis is x by 2 that we calculate. So this vector cos theta is x by 2. So x cos theta equal to x by 2. So cos theta equal to 1 by 2. I believe it will come as 60 degree. So angle between this vector and x axis is 60 degree. Now you can calculate angle between this vector and y axis and angle between this vector and z axis. So that can be calculated and it is simplest. So this is the story of vector as energy, means how much energy. See, we started with x and then we rotated any. So I took 45 degree. It can be taken as any theta 2, theta 1. That's it. And then you can calculate the new vectors equation and then angle between anywhere. If you understand the energy essence, how much someone is receiving, enjoy and start computing. So this is the basic. From here only all calculus linear, local linearity and tangential and gradient vector. And if you understand the energy essence in a particular direction, then that's it. It is something like if wind of a strength x is flowing in this direction, then how much wind someone is feeling in x, y and z direction. Okay, so what is the angle between this vector and any vector u? So if u is unit vector, then its strength is 1. Okay, so its strength is x. X cos theta equal to how much essence it is someone is receiving at the unit vector u. That's it. And then cos theta and then theta you can calculate. Here I am knowing it is x by 2. So this is how we see the energy model in vector and essence and calculating all the features leading to energy model. So kick off and start.